and it seems like they've lived up to it. And speaking of the damage that it may have caused to the neighboring buildings, the impact of this compression, we will know only post the audit. The post-demolition audit will be taking place. It will happen in the next 24 hours or maybe the next 2 days when engineers will check all the neighboring buildings to see if there's any kind of foundation, impact on the foundation of the neighboring buildings, any cracks that may have developed there. Only the audit post this demolition will give us some kind of clarity and of course settle the fears and the worries of the owners. But here's the sprinklers, the water sprinklers. If I can show you, I want to ask my camera person to get slightly closer to the spot there. The water sprinklers right now are in full blast. This is the area where the demolition has taken place in close vicinity, where we see the water sprinklers being used to settle the dust particles that have suspended in the air. Yes, the dust is settled, at least seemingly. Shiv, from a distance we see that the dust is settled, but in close proximity we know that people around there are not allowed to enter the area, at least for the next half an hour when the dust actually settles. Now what kind of debris has accumulated there, I'm only going to wait and watch. Maybe in the next hour we'll be allowed to go inside there, but for now we're all restricted right here. That's the view of the now gone Supertech Twin Towers. What stood has come down to dust. After 9 years of struggle, it's come down in 9 seconds. All those buildings on either side, ATS Village as well as Emerald Towers, both of them, those residential buildings, both of them are fully packed in those white sheets. Nobody in those buildings. All of the residents have been evacuated, so it bears a completely deserted look. Nobody's allowed there, at least for the next half an hour. It's very crucial now for the engineers to ensure that when they do allow people to come back in, all the debris area is fully barricaded and people don't wander into those areas, because we're talking about 30,000 tons of debris that has been accumulated post this demolition, Shiv. But a quick note there, sprinklers there on in full swing. They're in full force to ensure that the dust settles. We're not allowed to go close, but this is the best view that we can give our viewers here on India Today. The water sprinklers, not just one, this is one that we're witnessing, but there are in the vicinity at least a couple of them that are fully blasting water so that this helps settle the dust. This dust and the kind of debris that they've collected will also be used as manure. So in a way it seems like they've planned it in an economically and environmentally friendly manner, Shiv.
Very important, because the after effects of this entire dust cloud and debris cloud are going to have far-reaching effects. We'll have to see how it actually impacts people there. The immediate concern now, the immediate activity now in fact is going to be reactivating all the traffic choke points so commuters can get on with their busy days this Sunday, but also the return of the two societies that flank the Twin Tower, or what was left of it. That little site, that little triangular piece of land is now a huge mountain of debris. Now authorities will have to issue instructions and provide the all clear for the return of vehicles, the return of over 5,000 residents who live in Emerald Court and ATS Village, who've been evacuated since yesterday. When will they be allowed to return? What kind of colony are they going to return to? What kind of follow-up action is going to be required after this monumental explosion, an image that nobody is going to forget anytime soon? Water sprinklers, water systems and dust sensors are active right now, because all of that data is going to go into and feed into the command center to tell state authorities on precisely how they need to respond and make sure that citizen comfort and citizen health is held as the highest possible priority with absolutely no gaps. The deed is done, the demolition has been successful.